I need to write this down before I lose my mind completely. My name is Emma, and in 6 hours, I was supposed to marry the love of my life. Past tense. Was supposed to. Right now I'm sitting in what should have been my bridal suite at the venue, still in my silk robe, mascara streaking down my face, while 200 guests are being told the wedding is cancelled. My phone won't stop buzzing. I've turned it face down because I can't bear to see another message asking what happened. Let me go back to this morning. Let me tell you how everything I built for 3 years crumbled in 15 minutes. I woke up at 6 a.m. feeling like I was floating. My wedding day. The day I'd been planning since Marcus proposed on that beach in Cabo, getting down on one knee in the sand while the sunset painted everything gold. I had the Pinterest boards, the color-coordinated bridesmaids, the string quartet, the hand-calligraphed place cards. Everything was perfect. My best friend Sarah had stayed at the venue hotel with me the night before. We'd known each other since college, 10 years of late-night talks and shared secrets and being each other's person. She was my maid of honor. Obviously. I couldn't imagine standing at that altar without her beside me. She helped me into my dress, this gorgeous lace thing that cost more than my first car. We were laughing, taking selfies, drinking the champagne my mom had sent up. I remember thinking this was it. This was the moment every little girl dreams about. Then Sarah's hands stopped moving on the buttons of my dress. "Emma," she said, and her voice cracked. "I need to tell you something." I turned around, confused by her tone. She looked pale. Actually pale, like she might throw up on my dress. "What's wrong? Are you okay?" She sat down on the edge of the bed, hard, like her legs gave out. Her hands were shaking. "I can't let you do this without knowing the truth." My heart started pounding. In that moment, 1,000 scenarios flashed through my mind. Marcus had cheated. Someone had died. The venue had caught fire. Anything but what came out of her mouth next. "I'm in love with Marcus." The room tilted. I actually reached out to grab the dresser because I thought I might fall. "What?" "I'm in love with him," she said again, and now she was crying. Full-on sobbing. "I have been for 2 years. Since your engagement party. Maybe longer. I don't know." I tried to stop. God, Emma, I tried so hard to stop feeling this way, but I can't, and I can't watch you marry him without telling you. I couldn't breathe. The corset of my dress suddenly felt like it was crushing my ribs. 2 years? My voice came out as a whisper. "You've been in love with my fiancé for 2 years and you're telling me now? 6 hours before my wedding? I know. I know how awful this is. But I couldn't let you marry him when he doesn't know the full truth either." That's when my blood turned to ice. "What does that mean? What full truth?" Sarah looked up at me, tears streaming down her face, and I saw something in her eyes that made me want to scream. Guilt. Deep, soul-crushing guilt. "Marcus and I kissed. 3 months ago. At your birthday party." The words hit me like a physical blow. I actually stumbled backward. My birthday party. The one Marcus had organized. The surprise party where all my friends and family showed up at that restaurant downtown. Where I felt so loved, so celebrated, so lucky to have both of them in my life. "You kissed my fiancé at my birthday party." He pulled away immediately, Sarah said quickly, desperately. It was barely a second. "He told me it was a mistake and could never happen again. He was so guilty, Emma. He's been torn up about it. But I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I thought maybe he felt something too, and I couldn't let you get married without you knowing. I was going to be sick. Actually, physically sick." I pressed my hand to my stomach, trying to breathe through the wave of nausea. "Does he know you're telling me this?" "No." "Does anyone else know?" "No. Just us 3. I looked at her, this person I'd trusted more than anyone except Marcus himself. This person I'd asked to stand beside me on the most important day of my life. And I realized I didn't know her at all. "Get out. Emma, please. Get out." I screamed it so loud my throat hurt. "Get out of this room right now before I physically throw you out." She stood up, still crying, and walked toward the door. She paused with her hand on the handle. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought you deserved to know." "You thought I deserved to know?" I laughed, and it sounded unhinged even to my own ears. "You didn't tell me because I deserved to know. You told me because you wanted to ruin this. You wanted to take him from me." "That's not true." "Yes, it is. If you actually cared about me, you would have told me 3 months ago. You would have walked away from my life the second you realized you had feelings for him. But instead you stayed. You helped me plan this wedding. You threw my bridal shower. You listened to me talk about how excited I was to marry him while you were fantasizing about him yourself. What kind of person does that, Sarah? She didn't answer. She just left. The second the door closed, I collapsed. Just straight up fell to the floor in my wedding dress and sobbed so hard I thought I might actually break apart. My phone rang. Marcus. I stared at his name on the screen. The man I was supposed to marry in 6 hours. The man who'd kissed my best friend and never told me. I answered. Hey beautiful, how's the most gorgeous bride in the world feeling? He sounded so happy. So excited. So normal. Did you kiss Sarah? Silence. Long, horrible silence that told me everything. Emma. Did you kiss Sarah? She kissed me. At your birthday party. I pushed her away immediately. It was less than a second and I told her. And you never told me. I didn't want to ruin your friendship. It was nothing, Emma. It meant nothing. Then why didn't you tell me? My voice broke. If it meant nothing, why have you been lying to me for 3 months? I wasn't lying, I just. Lying by omission is still lying, Marcus. I could hear him breathing on the other end. Hear the panic creeping into his voice. Baby, please. Don't do this. Not today. We can talk about this. We can work through this. It was one stupid mistake. Was it just one kiss? Yes. Have you ever had feelings for her? Another pause. Shorter this time, but there. No. Never. But I didn't believe him. How could I? He'd already proven he could lie to me for months. Emma, I love you. Only you. Please don't throw away everything we have because of one moment of stupidity. I looked around the room. At the dress I was still wearing. At the champagne going flat. At the bouquet sitting on the table, white roses and peonies, my favorite. I'm calling off the wedding. What? No. Emma, no, please. I can't marry someone who lies to me. I can't marry someone who kissed my best friend and then looked me in the eye every single day and pretended it never happened. Emma, please, let's just talk. Face to face. Come down to my room, we'll figure this out. There's nothing to figure out. It's over. I hung up. Then I turned off my phone because it immediately started ringing again. I sat there on the floor in my wedding dress for I don't know how long. Eventually my mom came in. She'd heard something was wrong. I told her everything. Watched her face go through the same shock and horror I'd felt. She made the calls. Cancelled everything. Told the guests. Dealt with the venue, the caterer, the photographer. I just sat there. That was 8 hours ago. Now I'm alone in this room with a wedding dress I'll never wear and a future I thought was guaranteed suddenly just gone. My phone is back on now. 47 missed calls. 89 text messages. 3 voicemails from Marcus begging me to reconsider. 2 from Sarah saying she never meant to hurt me. 1 from Marcus's mom asking if we can work this out. I'm not responding to any of them. Because here's what I keep thinking about. Sarah didn't tell me out of honesty. She told me because she wanted this exact outcome. She wanted to blow up my wedding. Maybe she thought Marcus would turn to her after, that I'd leave and she'd get her chance. And Marcus didn't tell me because he's a coward. Because he thought he could bury it and I'd never know and everything would be fine. They both chose themselves over me. Both of them. The 2 people I trusted most in the world. I look at my reflection in the mirror. Still in the robe now, makeup ruined, hair half done. I was supposed to be a bride today. Instead I'm just a woman who learned she never really knew the people she loved at all. It's been 3 weeks since the wedding that never happened. I'm staying at my sister's apartment because I can't go back to the place Marcus and I shared. Our lease isn't up for another 6 months. He's still living there. I can't even think about walking into that space, seeing our things, our life together, without wanting to scream. The first week was a blur. I barely left my sister's guest room. Didn't eat. Couldn't sleep. Just laid there staring at the ceiling, replaying every moment with Marcus and Sarah, trying to figure out where I missed the signs. Because there had to have been signs, right? You don't just wake up one day in love with your best friend's fiancé. You don't just accidentally kiss someone at a party. These things build. There are moments, glances, touches that mean more than they should. And I missed all of it. I've been going through my phone, torturing myself with old photos. Here's one from my birthday party, the night it happened. Sarah and Marcus are in the background, talking by the bar. I'm in the foreground, laughing at something my cousin said. I remember that moment. I remember feeling so happy that my favorite people were getting along so well. I zoomed in on their faces in the photo, trying to see it. The attraction. The tension. Anything. Marcus is smiling, but it looks forced now that I'm really looking. Sarah's body language is angled toward him, close. Too close maybe. Her hand is on his arm. How did I not see it? I showed the photo to my sister Julie last week. Asked her if she saw anything weird. She studied it for a long time. Then she said, you can't do this to yourself. You can't go back through every photo looking for evidence. It'll make you crazy. But I am crazy. I am actually losing my mind. Because it's not just about the kiss. It's about the fundamental betrayal. Sarah sat with me for 3 months, helped me address wedding invitations, came dress shopping with me, listened to me obsess over centerpieces and seating charts, all while carrying this secret. All while being in love with the man I was about to marry. What kind of person does that? And Marcus looked me in the eye every single morning and every single night for 3 months and lied. Every time I talked about the wedding, every time I said I can't wait to be your wife, every time we made love, he knew. He knew he'd kissed her and he said nothing. The wedding fallout has been brutal. Everyone knows now. Small town, big gossip. My mom had to tell people why the wedding was cancelled, and of course that information spread like wildfire. I went to the grocery store 4 days ago, first time leaving Julie's apartment, and ran into my old coworker Diane. She got this look on her face, this pitying, avid curiosity, and said, "Oh Emma, I heard what happened. I'm so sorry. Are you okay?" I mumbled something and left my cart in the middle of the aisle. Walked out without buying anything. I haven't left the apartment since. Marcus won't stop trying to contact me. He's called, texted, emailed, even sent flowers to Julie's place. The card said, "Please talk to me. I love you. I'm so sorry." I threw them in the dumpster. Sarah's been quieter, but she's tried to. Long text messages about how sorry she is, how she never meant for any of this to happen, how she's been in therapy trying to work through her feelings. I blocked her number yesterday. Should have done it sooner. What gets me is that I'm not just mourning Marcus. I'm mourning Sarah too. 10 years of friendship, gone. 10 years of memories that are all contaminated now. I can't look back on a single moment with her without wondering if she was already in love with him. Without wondering if every time she encouraged me to give Marcus space or not worry so much about little things in our relationship, she was actually undermining us. Trying to plant seeds of doubt. Was any of it real? Did she ever actually care about me? Or was I just the obstacle between her and what she wanted? Julie thinks I should talk to a therapist. She's probably right. But I can't. Not yet. Because talking about it makes it real, and I'm still in this weird space where a part of me thinks I'm going to wake up and it will all have been a nightmare. My mom keeps calling too. She wants me to come home for a while, back to my hometown. But I can't face that either. All those people who sent gifts and bought dresses and took time off work for a wedding that didn't happen. All that pity. The worst part, the thing that keeps me up at night, is that I don't know who to blame more. Sarah told me. She didn't have to, but she did. In some twisted way, she was being honest. Yes, she waited until the worst possible moment, and yes, her motivations were probably selfish. But she told me. Marcus never would have. If Sarah hadn't confessed, I would have married him. I would have walked down that aisle and promised forever to a man who'd already broken my trust. I would have built a life with him, maybe had kids with him, never knowing that he was capable of lying to my face for months. So which is worse? The friend who betrayed me but eventually told the truth? Or the fiancé who betrayed me and never would have? I think it's Marcus. I think I hate Marcus more. Because at least Sarah's feelings were real, even if they were wrong and destructive. She genuinely developed feelings she couldn't control. It's not okay, it's not forgivable, but it's human. But Marcus? He made a conscious choice to kiss her. Then made another conscious choice every single day after that to lie to me. To let me plan a wedding. To let me be excited about our future. To let me trust him completely while he knew he didn't deserve it. That's calculated. That's cold. I found out something else last week that made it all so much worse. Marcus's brother Tom called me. We'd always gotten along well. He said he needed to tell me something, that his conscience wouldn't let him stay quiet anymore. Apparently, Marcus told Tom about the kiss the day after it happened. Told him a whole thing. And Tom, who I thought was my friend too, who I thought cared about me, told Marcus not to say anything to me. Told him it would just cause problems and that since it meant nothing, there was no point in making me upset. So it wasn't just Marcus lying to me. It was Marcus and Tom. Two people conspiring to keep me in the dark. Tom apologized. Said he felt terrible about it now. Said he should have told me himself if Marcus wouldn't. I told him to never contact me again. How many people knew? How many people were in on keeping this from me? Did Marcus's parents know? His other friends? How many people looked at me at that engagement party, at the bridal shower, at every pre-wedding event, and thought, poor Emma, she has no idea. The humiliation is suffocating. I finally responded to one of Marcus's texts yesterday. Told him we needed to figure out the apartment situation. I can't afford to keep paying half the rent in a place I'm not living in, and I need to get my stuff out. He called immediately. I didn't answer. He texted back, can we please talk in person? I miss you so much. I'm so sorry, Emma. I would do anything to take it back. But he can't take it back. That's the thing about betrayal. You can't undo it. You can apologize, you can feel sorry, but you can't unknow it. I will always know that he kissed her. I will always know that he lied. And I will never, ever be able to trust him again. I agreed to meet him at the apartment tomorrow when he's at work so I can pack. He wanted to be there but I said no. I can't see him. Not yet. Maybe not ever. Julie is going to come with me. She doesn't trust him, which I appreciate. She's been so good through all of this, letting me stay here, bringing me food, sitting with me when I cry. She keeps telling me I'm going to get through this. I don't know if I believe her. Because it's not just about getting through it. It's about figuring out how to trust anyone again. How to believe someone when they say they love me. How to not constantly wonder if the people closest to me are hiding something. My phone buzzes. Another text from a friend asking if I'm okay, if I need anything. I don't respond. I've stopped responding to most people. What am I supposed to say? No, I'm not okay. My fiancé kissed my best friend and they both lied about it and my wedding was cancelled and my entire life imploded and I don't know how to be a person anymore. I'm damaged now. I can feel it. Like something fundamental broke inside me that day in the bridal suite and I don't know if it can be fixed. Julie knocks on the guest room door. I made soup. Will you eat something? Maybe later, I call back. I haven't eaten today. Or yesterday. Food tastes like nothing. Everything feels like nothing. I look at my hand where my engagement ring used to be. Tan line still visible. Marcus keeps asking for it back. Says it was his grandmother's. I left it on the dresser at the hotel that day and haven't been back for it. I assume the venue gave it to him. I should want him to have it back. It's a family heirloom. But part of me is glad I don't have to be the one to return it. Glad I don't have to have that moment of sliding it off my finger and placing it in his palm. Of officially ending what we had. It ended the moment he kissed her. I just didn't know it yet. My phone buzzes again. I glance at it. Sarah. From a different number since I blocked her. Emma, please. I know you hate me. I hate myself. But I need you to know I never meant to hurt you. You were everything to me. Our friendship was everything. I tried so hard to stop feeling this way but I couldn't and I thought if I told you before the wedding, at least you'd know the truth before making that commitment. I thought I was doing the right thing. I know now that there was no right thing. I destroyed everything. I'm so sorry. I read it 3 times. Then I type back, you didn't tell me to save me. You told me to ruin it. Because if you couldn't have him, you didn't want me to either. Don't contact me again. I blocked the new number. The truth is, I'll never know her real motivations. Maybe even she doesn't know. Maybe it was both. Maybe she really thought she was being honest, and maybe she also wanted to blow everything up. People are complicated like that. But it doesn't matter anymore. The outcome is the same. Tomorrow I have to go to that apartment and pack up my life. Have to look at the bed we shared, the kitchen where we cooked together, the couch where we watched movies and made plans for the future. Have to put it all in boxes and figure out where to go from here. I don't have a job anymore. I quit 2 months ago because Marcus and I were supposed to move across the country after the wedding for his new position. New city, new start, new life. I'd already given notice at my job, already told my landlord I wouldn't be renewing my lease when I moved in with Marcus last year. Now I have no job, no home, no fiancé, no best friend, and no plan. I'm 29 years old and I'm starting completely over. Julie says I can stay as long as I need. But I can't live in her guest room forever. I need to figure out what comes next. But right now, in this moment, I just need to get through tomorrow. I need to walk into that apartment and not fall apart. I need to pack my things and leave without begging him to tell me why. Why he did it. Why he didn't tell me. Why I wasn't enough. Because that's the question that haunts me most. Why wasn't I enough? It's been 4 months now. I'm writing this from a coffee shop 3 states away from where I used to live. New city. New job. New life, I guess, though nothing about it feels like mine. I need to tell you what happened at the apartment that day. What I found. Because it gets worse. It always gets worse. Julie came with me like she promised. We got there at 10 a.m., right after Marcus left for work. I had my key. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely get it in the lock. Walking through that door was like stepping into a museum of my old life. Everything exactly where I left it. The throw pillows I'd chosen. The pictures on the walls from trips we'd taken. The coffee maker we'd bought together. The one I'd insisted we splurge on because good coffee in the morning was worth it. Julie squeezed my hand. I'll start in the bedroom. You take the living room? I nodded. Couldn't speak. I started packing books. Our books, mixed together on the shelves. I had to check the inside covers to remember which were mine. Found one I'd given him for his birthday 2 years ago. My handwriting on the inside. To my love, my best friend, my forever. Happy birthday, E. I threw it in the box with mine. Petty, maybe. But I'd paid for it. I was wrapping picture frames in newspaper when Julie called from the bedroom. Her voice was weird. Tight. Emma? Can you come here? I found her standing in front of Marcus's nightstand, holding something. Her face was pale. What is it? She handed it to me. A phone. Not his main phone, but an old one. It was on, unlocked, open to a text conversation. With Sarah. My Sarah. My former best friend Sarah. The texts went back months. Way before my birthday party. I started scrolling, my heart pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. January, 2 months before the kiss. Sarah, I can't stop thinking about you. Marcus, Sarah, we can't do this. Sarah, but you feel it too. I know you do. Marcus, it doesn't matter what I feel. I love Emma. Sarah, do you though? Really? Or are you just comfortable? February, 1 month before the kiss. Marcus, we need to stop talking like this. Sarah, then why do you keep texting me back? Marcus, because you're Emma's best friend. I can't just ignore you. Sarah, is that the only reason? Marcus, Sarah. Sarah, that's not an answer. Then, the day after my birthday party, the day after the kiss. Marcus, last night was a mistake. It can never happen again. Sarah, you kissed me back. Marcus, for a second, before I realized what was happening. Sarah, you wanted it. I felt it. Marcus, Sarah, I'm marrying Emma in 3 months. I love her. What happened was wrong and I'm never doing anything like that again. Sarah, you're lying to yourself. And to her. But it didn't stop there. The texts continued. All through March, April, May. Right up until the wedding. They were emotional. Intense. Marcus kept saying it couldn't happen, that he loved me, that they needed to stop, but he never stopped responding. Never blocked her. Never told me. And Sarah kept pushing. Kept telling him he was making a mistake. Kept saying they had something special. Then I found the photos. Sent between them. Nothing explicit, thank God. But intimate. Sarah in a dress, asking if it looked okay. Marcus at the gym, shirtless. The kind of photos you send to someone you're trying to attract. The phone slipped from my hands and clattered on the hardwood floor. Julie said softly. I'm so sorry. I couldn't breathe. The room was spinning. It wasn't just a kiss. It was an emotional affair. For months. Right under my nose while I planned our wedding. Every text message, every photo, every I can't stop thinking about you was a betrayal. Over and over and over. And he kept this phone. Kept these messages. Why? As a backup? As proof that Sarah initiated it? Or because some part of him wanted to remember? I picked up the phone again, hands shaking, and kept scrolling. Found something from a week before the wedding. Sarah, I can't watch you marry her. I'm going to tell her. Marcus, don't you dare. You'll ruin everything. Sarah, maybe everything deserves to be ruined. Marcus, Sarah, please. If you ever cared about me at all, don't do this. Sarah, I care about you too much not to do this. She deserves to know the truth. Marcus, there's nothing to know. We never did anything except one stupid kiss. Sarah, we've been having an emotional affair for 6 months, Marcus. That's not nothing. Marcus, it's not an affair. We're just talking. Sarah, keep telling yourself that. He knew. Marcus knew she was going to tell me. He had a week to come clean himself, and he didn't. He was probably hoping he could talk her out of it, convince her to stay quiet, get through the wedding and figure it out later. But Sarah did exactly what she said she would. She told me. And in that moment, looking at these texts, I realized something that made me physically sick. Sarah didn't tell me out of love for Marcus or even out of guilt toward me. She told me because Marcus had definitively rejected her. The texts made it clear he was going to marry me no matter what she said or did. So she burned it all down. If she couldn't have him, neither could I. I sat down on the bed, Marcus's bed, our bed, and I laughed. Actually laughed. It sounded deranged. Julie looked terrified. They both used me, I said. Both of them. Sarah wanted him and was willing to destroy our friendship to try to get him. And Marcus liked the attention enough that he kept responding, kept that door cracked open, even though he says he loved me. What are you going to do? I'm going to finish packing and I'm going to leave. And I'm never speaking to either of them again. We packed in silence after that. Boxes and boxes of a life I built that turned out to be made of paper. I took the phone with me. Marcus had been blowing up my regular phone all day asking how the packing was going, if I was okay. I didn't respond. That night, after Julie and I had loaded everything into a storage unit, I finally called him. Emma, thank God. Are you okay? How did today go? I found the phone. Silence. Long, horrible silence. What phone? Don't lie to me anymore. I found the phone with all your texts with Sarah. I read all of it, Marcus. Every single message. I heard him take a shaky breath. Emma, I can explain. Explain what? That you had an emotional affair with my best friend for 6 months? That you kept it going even after you kissed her? That you knew she was going to tell me and you still didn't have the guts to do it yourself? It wasn't an affair. We never did anything except that one kiss. You think it has to be physical to be an affair? You were texting her constantly. Sending photos. Telling her things you should have been telling me. You were emotionally intimate with her while planning a wedding with me. That's cheating, Marcus. I never wanted her. I wanted you. I was trying to let her down easy because she's your best friend and I didn't want to cause problems. By texting her for 6 months? That's your idea of letting someone down easy? I didn't know what else to do. You could have told me. I was screaming now. You could have come to me the second she said she had feelings and we could have dealt with it together. But instead you hid it and lied and let me think everything was fine while you two were having this whole secret relationship behind my back. It wasn't a relationship. Yes, it was. Maybe not physical, but it was still real. You gave her pieces of yourself that belonged to me. You shared things with her, confided in her, sought validation from her. While I was picking out flowers for our wedding, you were texting her. While I was writing my vows, you were sending her photos. How am I supposed to forgive that? I don't know, he said, and his voice broke. I don't know, Emma. But I'm begging you to try. I made a terrible mistake but I love you. I've always loved you. It was always you. If it was always me, you would have told me the truth. I was scared of losing you. And look how that worked out. I hung up. He tried calling back immediately. I blocked him. Finally. Should have done it months ago. That was 3 months ago. I left the city 2 weeks later. Couldn't stay there anymore. Too many memories, too many people who knew what happened. Too many pitying looks and invasive questions. I took a job in Portland. Marketing coordinator for a small tech company. It's fine. The work is fine, my coworkers are fine, my apartment is fine. Everything is fine and nothing is good. I haven't dated. Can't imagine it. The idea of trusting someone enough to be vulnerable with them makes me want to laugh. Or cry. Usually both. My mom worries. Julie worries. Everyone worries about me because I'm different now. Harder. More closed off. I don't let people get close anymore. What's the point? The closer they get, the more it hurts when they betray you. And they will betray you. I know that now. Everyone's capable of it under the right circumstances. Even the people who say they love you. Especially them. I heard through the grapevine that Marcus and Sarah aren't together. Apparently she reached out to him after I left, thinking maybe now they could finally be together. He told her he never wanted to see her again, that she'd ruined his life. So she destroyed both of our lives and got nothing for it. I should feel vindicated. Mostly I just feel empty. Sometimes I wonder what my life would look like if Sarah had never said anything. I'd be married now. Maybe pregnant. Still living in that apartment, still planning a future with Marcus, still trusting him completely. Blissfully ignorant. Would that have been better? To live in the lie? To never know? No. I know the answer is no. But late at night, when I'm alone in my fine apartment in my fine new city with my fine new life, I think about the alternate version of me. The one who got married. Who never found that phone. Who thought she was happy. That version of me doesn't exist anymore. She died the day Sarah walked into that bridal suite. I saw a therapist for a while. She said I have trust issues now. No kidding. She said I need to work on not letting what they did prevent me from forming new connections. I stopped going. Because she didn't understand. It's not just trust issues. It's that I finally see people clearly now. I see that everyone is selfish at their core. Everyone will choose themselves over you when it really matters. And the people who claim to love you? They're just better at hiding it. Marcus got engaged last month. I know because my mom told me, thinking I should hear it from family rather than social media. Some woman he met at work. They've been dating for 3 months. 3 months and he's engaged. 3 years with me and he couldn't stay faithful, but 3 months with her and he's ready to commit. I don't know what that means. Maybe she's different. Maybe he learned his lesson. Maybe he really does love her in a way he couldn't love me. Or maybe he just needs someone, anyone, to fill the space I left. Maybe she'll find a phone someday too. I hope she does. I hope she finds out before the wedding, before she wastes years of her life, before she has to cancel a wedding and pack up an apartment and start over in a new city. I hope someone saves her the way Sarah thought she was saving me, except Sarah didn't save me. Neither of them did. They just showed me the truth. That love is always conditional, loyalty is always temporary, and the people you trust most are the ones who'll hurt you worst. I'm sitting in this coffee shop, writing this all out, and I realize I'm warning you. Whoever's reading this, I'm warning you that this can happen to you. Your best friend can fall in love with your partner. Your partner can lie to you for months. The life you're building can collapse in 15 minutes on what should have been the happiest day of your life. And you'll survive it. You'll pack your boxes and move to a new city and find a new job and build a new life. But you'll never be the same person you were before. That person is gone forever, replaced by someone harder, lonelier, and so much more afraid. Someone who knows that the people standing next to you at the altar might be the same ones who destroy you. I haven't worn white since my wedding day. I can't. It feels like a costume now, something naive girls wear when they still believe in forever.